you know, I got called out by a subscriber, and I kind of got an apology I think I should make to, you know, my audience here.
For the day I break these chains, I'm bound for the life of the simple things.
Good morning, guys. So I was wrong about DoorDash. It's not fixed. If I go in here to try to schedule, looks like I can schedule. This is why I thought I could now, because this had been blocked. I couldn't even get into here. But if I go to, say, the 10th, scroll down here to see about scheduling for, well, Kennewick's all used up, so we'll say Moses Lake as an example. And I hit create. It gives me this error message. It says I'm not active, so they still have me deactivated. For me, this is getting really frustrating because it's messing with my money. I also got a email after waiting a week here that you see here, and that email basically told me to use a different email. I never had a different email set up on my DoorDash or Dasher account. My DoorDash account where I order food is a different email, but not the one I actually dash in. So I'm gonna tell them both, and hopefully that works out. But it's gotten really frustrating, and so I still can't work. I'm gonna try to join another platform somebody told me about. So I downloaded the app and I started to do the process, so I'm gonna do that. I was running around grabbing some groceries and tossing some garbage away and everything back and forth, and trying to do some cleanup in here. And I started getting kind of lightheaded and stuff, and feeling funny. I don't think I'm doing quite as well as I thought I was, you know. All I'd been doing is kind of laying down since I got out of the hospital, and then I tried to do some stuff, and I think I'm kind of still recouping. Good news is Checker did finally get a hold of me. I got them my driver's license, and so they updated my report, but it probably won't be until next week that I can, since it's a weekend now, that I can get a hold of DoorDash about doing the final fix on that stuff. Probably miss out on this week too, doing any work. It's gonna be a cold one. Thank God I got some propane today. You know, I went and ran around and did that too. So I wanted to just kind of check in with you guys and talk to you about how things are going right now. I'm gonna go ahead and probably lay down for a little while. Since my run-in before I went into the hospital with that tweaker, kind of decided I didn't want to worry about that, and been using up most of my rotating spots now that I've been out here over a month, and I don't want to go too far because I don't have a tow set up for the car yet. So I decided that I'm gonna go ahead and do an RV park, but most of the monthly spaces, rent spaces here in this area are like all booked up for the parks that don't have like an age limit on RVs. So a lot of RV parks will have like some kind of age limit for RVs to be in their park, and most of them, my RV is just a little too old. Most of them are like 15 years or a little younger, maybe 10 years or something. And so I got one this evening that I'm on the outside of their timeline, but the owner said he'd meet up with me and see about letting me in. So I'm gonna go ahead and meet with him tonight, and before that I wanted to get a shave. And I got some stuff I got to do about getting plates and stuff transferred for South Dakota, and I use my mailing service to do that, so I don't have to go all the way out to South Dakota to take care of it. Arrived over here at Trendsetter's barbershop. I got my hair cut and a shave here one other time since I've been in Washington, so I'm about to do it again. They did a pretty good job. When I first came over here, they were super packed, so they told me to come back and if I came back by 6, they'd get me in for sure. Wrapped up getting my hair cut and stuff, and now I'm buzzed on over and I got the RV. I took an Uber, dropped the car off and took an Uber, and I don't have a tow set up just yet. So I'm having to do this in 2 trips with an Uber. So right now I'm driving over to the RV park and basically chat with the owner of it and let them see the RV and everything, since the age of it's just outside their age limit. Sweet. So Uber back over to get my car, and now I gotta run to get a adapter for the electrical on at Walmart, because you know this spot, it's only 30 amp. I know I had one, but I can't find where I put them, so I need to go and grab a 30 amp to 50 amp connector so that I can use the electric over there at the park. All plugged in now. It's cold tonight. I'm gonna turn the furnace up here for a little bit, and I'm gonna go and see about getting me some, you know, electric heaters to help out in here to keep my costs down on that propane and not have to run around, you know. But tonight I'm gonna need that propane. We got that polar vortex coming, so that's a big part of the reason why I got the RV park, along with my experience there recently with the tweaker. In fact, I have you know, I got called out by a subscriber, and I kind of got an apology I think I should make to, you know, my audience here, because of the breakdown of the audience. I think the subscriber, you know, long time viewer too, comments every so often, had a really good point, and it's something I think I should discuss here on the channel as well, along with the apology. I told you that I had kind of an apology to make, and something I thought was important to discuss. So right here, as you can see, this is a screenshot of a comment that had been left by somebody that's kind of followed this channel for a long time, and I felt compelled to discuss this. So they called me out saying that, first of all, that tweaker, I should have never opened the door of the RV while he was there, period. I don't know what really possessed me right at the moment to open the door, other than curiosity, which kills the cat sort of thing, but I really should have never have done that. Anybody that approaches your RV that you don't know, especially when you're out stealth camping or something like that, you should never open the door. You can make contact with them, you know, talk to them through a window or what have you. Just don't do that. That was, you know, I have to agree, that was plain dumb of me to do. Furthermore, they went on to talk about how I should have called the police, and they're right to a certain extent. And where I think they're right is that, you know, somebody like that could end up going and being a problem for other people. I happen to be stealth camping in my favorite spot. I even had a little bit of a Wi-Fi connection there, so I really didn't want to lose out on that spot, and that's why I didn't call the police, which is selfish of me. I really should have called the police. You know, they may have been able to have some kind of security cameras, who knows, in that parking lot, and nailed that guy. And that's what I really want to apologize about, you know, because that person could have gone out and actually approached another RV of somebody that maybe wasn't as physically as capable as myself, and overpowered them and done some really bad things. And I think that the age range of this channel, that's more likely a possibility, which was pointed out by the commenter. And because that a lot of folks like that are on this channel, and you guys watch me, I wanted to apologize to you all that I didn't make sure that I contacted the police to have a chance to bust that person so they could never approach anybody else like that again. I just wanted to get that out there and everything, and just reinforce that, you know, if anybody ever approaches you in your RV, to make sure that you never open the door from them. If you want to make contact with them in any way, you should do it through a window that doesn't have enough opening for anybody to be able to access it. You know, like a lot of times most RVs will have like a side window you could talk to them through, that's, you know, not large enough for somebody to get through. I think I said it earlier in the video. If I hadn't, then I apologize. DoorDash, I didn't get back on DoorDash. I thought I was on there. When I went on the app, it allowed me to see the scheduling section again. It hadn't had me the ability to see the scheduling section prior, and so I thought that meant that I'd been added back on. And when I tried to go on when it was red again, it kept throwing me an error. And then every time I tried to schedule a shift, it threw me an error saying that I had to be an active user to be able to go ahead and schedule anything. Finally gotten Checker, that background check company that made the error that I showed you guys in the last video. I'll go ahead and have that scroll up here so you can go watch and see what I'm talking about. Also, if you didn't see the video talking about the tweaker originally, it's same video that you can find that information in. And on that note, I ended up having some people help out with kind of blasting Checker in social media on Twitter, and that's when they finally got back to me. I got them my driver's license. They went back out to check on it through DMV, and obviously it came back as not being expired, and they modified my background check report. I ended up having some people help out with kind of blasting Checker in social media on Twitter, and that's when they finally got back to me. I got them my driver's license. They went back out to check on it through DMV, and obviously it came back as not being expired, and they modified my background check report. Now, I contacted DoorDash telling them that, and DoorDash told me that it was still showing up in their system, that it hadn't updated with their new report, and told me that I needed to contact the appeals department for deactivation appeals. And so I went ahead and did that on Monday. Last Friday was when I got the stuff squared away with Checker finally, and I'm still sitting in La La Land. I contacted DoorDash through Twitter. Somebody kind of put a bug in their ear helping me out with that, so thank you. You know who you are if you're watching. Thanks for tuning in, checking out this video. I want to tell you to all get out there and connect with people, live your big story, and make sure you do something every single day to reduce world suck. Peace, guys.